the heating up? Have you got the heating up? Hope so. It's BBC Radio Oxford. Stay nice and snug and enjoy the music this morning. Some more music coming up, actually, with our next guest, because it's not every day a leading lady from London's West End comes to the county. That is exactly what is happening this morning in Banbury. Danielle Hope won the BBC One talent show Over the Rainbow a few years ago, landing herself the role of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Now, since then, she's moved on to star in Les Mis, and she's been on numerous TV shows as well. Today, she's heading to the iStage Academy to share some of her knowledge with the drama pupils there. I spoke to Danielle earlier in the week and I asked if she'd ever really believed she'd win the role of Dorothy.
Never in a million years. I mean, you do these auditions for parts in a school show, and now I'm auditioning for parts in the West End. And I don't know, you dream of doing your passion as a career, but you never really think that it's ever going to happen. And I auditioned for the Dorothy programme Over the Rainbow by chance, really, as almost like a practice for me auditioning for drama schools. And no, I never ever thought that I would be where I am now, especially not at I'm 21 now, but I was 17 then. And yeah, it's been pretty crazy.
And then just recently, you've been on the stage in Les Mis. Would you say that was more gruelling than doing the Dorothy role?
You know what? They're so different, like vocally, in style. Obviously, Les Mis is completely sung through, and it was very dialogue heavy for Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, and physically demanding because of having Toto, but then also physically completely different in terms of the character for Eponine. So it was a joy, really, as well as a huge, huge challenge to switch to such a different role. But it was great. I loved every second of Les Mis.
So you're coming to Oxfordshire. Why are you doing that?
I've always loved teaching and just working with people, and it really inspires me. You kind of check back in with yourself. You're watching a piece, you go, okay, try this, let's try that. And I find young people and just anyone is, inspiring and creative. And it's just so fun to get in a room with lots of people who are passionate about what they do and loads of energy. And if I have anything to share, even, one tiny little bit from all the experience that I've had so far, if I can give that, if that's going to help anyone, then that's wonderful. So I love it. I'm just kind of, going around the country and doing lots of masterclasses and workshops and things with people who are interested and passionate, like I say. And so I'm absolutely thrilled that they're going to have me, and I can't wait to meet all of the students. I'm sure they'll be fab.
Was there somebody that inspired you when you were training?
Yeah, I mean, many people, just when I used to go and see shows, just the whole ensemble and, getting the chance to go to Broadway with my school trip, with my drama class, was possibly one of the most magical and memorable experiences. And going to watch some of the shows on there, I think just gave me the inspiration to do this and actually go for it. And it was actually one performer, whilst I was watching a Broadway show, I went to stage door afterwards and kind of, spoke to him for a while. And he just kind of said to me, look, if this is what you want to do, just go for it. And just run head first. Don't do the backup plans, and just put everything you've got into it. If this is genuinely what you want to do for your career, then do it. And then, about 4 weeks later, I auditioned for the Dorothy programme and here we are now. So,
would you tell the children to get a training? I know you did a 3-month intensive course. What would your advice be on that?
Everyone's path is completely different, and it's so personal. I was auditioning for drama schools as well as Over the Rainbow, and there's some fantastic schools all across the country. And it's just finding the right thing for you at the right time, because it's so personal and so individual.
Even if there is a reality TV show, would you say go for it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's done me no harm. If I'm honest, I'm not a huge reality TV watcher, which is quite ironic, really, in a way. But I enjoyed every second of it. It was hard work. It was grueling. We faced a lot of challenges daily, but it was great. And I learned a lot in a very short amount of time and met a lot of really wonderful and really experienced people. And I'm one of those people who just learns when, you're thrown in the deep end and it's just swim, survive. And that's kind of how I operate. So, yeah, I got a lot out of it. So I would definitely recommend it if someone wanted to take that path.
A land that I've heard of once in a lullaby.
What would you hope that the children will gain from the day? I mean, I know you've got all the advice as well, but doing drama and acting is a lot about getting confidence as well, isn't it?
Oh, totally. I mean, drama can help you, even if you don't want to be on stage as an actor or on screen, just, in conferences or business meetings, just being able to express yourself and your opinions is so important, and just the social skills. And I just want to go in and give them, if I can, any confidence and any tips or hints or techniques that I've managed to pick up that can help them progress and thrive within this.
Now, also, after doing the West End, you're going to be heading to Birmingham because you're going to be Snow White.
I am, yes.
What do you feel about panto? Is it your first?
It's my first, yeah. I'm very excited. I've got the wonderful Johnny Partridge, who was obviously my judge on Over the Rainbow.
Yeah.
He's my prince, so that's going to be fab. And we've got Stephanie Beecham, Gary Wilmot, Gok Wan. I mean, it's a fab cast. I'm thrilled to be a part of it.
And I suppose you're used to going up quite high for the Dorothy role. Did you go quite high up in the end?
Well, we did. Towards the end, and like when we were rehearsing and things, we picked names or numbers out of like a hat for the rehearsal. So someone would always go up, because we did like a full tech run of the show before we went live. So on the final, I actually went up in the rehearsal in the balloon. Not the balloon, the moon. It's so high. You're like in the lights, and I'm terrified of wasps. That's my only fear. And there's this wasp flying around the lights. I'm thinking, oh my God, I think I would jump off this moon rather than be around that wasp. And that would be the end of me.
Finally, after the panto, what's next for you? More West End shows?
Can't really say. That's the thing about the West End. It's amazing, but it's so unpredictable, and you just never know where you're going to be next. And I think that's what I'd really like to talk to the students about as well, is you can't always plan so much in this industry, and you have to be aware of that. The more you kind of try and plan, the harder it is, and the more, it kind of slips through your fingers, and the more frustrating it gets. So yeah, I don't know where I'll be post-panto, but I'm doing lots of lovely workshops of new shows, and that's all very exciting. So who knows?
Well, best of luck with it all. Thanks for speaking to us, and I'm sure all your enthusiasm will rub off on the students.
Oh, I hope so. Thank you so much.
If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?
Danielle Hope, winner of BBC One's Over the Rainbow 4 years ago. Wow. She's had a great career so far. The Wizard of Oz, Les Mis, and she's only 21. She's in Banbury this morning giving a masterclass to the pupils at the iStage Academy. So we need a record to end the...